Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back to watch. Greatly appreciated. Today we're going to work on a really cool truck. It's a patinaed out 1956 Chevy stepside. It's a buddy of mine's truck. He wants to take it to cruising the coast this year again. But he wants a different set of wheels on it. It's been to cruising the coast before. He's got a picture of it. He wants another picture, but he wants it to look a little different, so he wants some different set of wheels and tires on it. The dilemma he had is on this truck, the widest thing he could run was a 245, and that size tire on an 8-inch rim, I think it was, or 7-inch rim. And that size tire, the way the truck is set up, it rubbed a little bit on the bedside, on the inside under the fender well, especially when he got a load on it. Just slight rubbing, but he wanted to run these bigger tires. There's no way to put the bigger tires on it the way it's set up, so we're going to cut the bed out, and I'm going to fabricate some small tubs to go inside the bed and try and fix him up where we can put these big tires on it. So that's what we're going to be up to. Let me show you what we got real quick. Alright, this is the tire he was running, and I'll show you a picture of it. I'll show you a picture of the truck before. Here's the tire he wants to run. After we took the fender off, or while we was taking the fender off, discovered that there really ain't much holding that in place. So that's where the brace for the fender fits. So I guess before I put the fender back on, I'm going to have to patch that too. Just so you know what we did that I didn't video, we took a piece of paper, made a template of the diameter of the tire, laid that. Well, if I can do this with one hand. Here, hold it for me. I got a magnet on my selfie stick, so I stuck it to my lift. Anyway, alright, let's try this again. So we cut the template, laid the template in basically, so we'd know where it was at. We sprayed a little paint, got our line, cut it out. Did that on both sides. So, and now what I do is then I made a template of the piece of paper, from a piece of paper, for the fender well. So what kind of radius I wanted and all that. So then I get a piece of sheet metal like this. So now we're going to take this, take it over here to the bead roller. And I got my, I don't know what they call that, the rounding die. So, sticking it, I got it backwards from the way most people use it at the moment, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. Take this, lay it in there, get it started. Roll that edge up to start my my rolled edge on my panel. Doing real good with that at the moment. We're going to do one more time. Then what we get is a rolled edge. I hope you can see that where it's rolled over. So, next thing I'm going to do, I'll come over here to my shrinker stretcher. And when you curve this metal in, the more you get it curved in, like right now it's still pretty straight, but you can see a little bit of a bow starting right here. The more you curve it in, the metal that curves in, if you don't shrink it up, it'll make that bow, because it's got to go somewhere. So now since I got that started, I'm going to put it in the shrinker. It's got about the depth that I want on my shrinker. Get that in there all the way. I'm going to start shrinking it, but as I shrink it, I'm going to bend it just a little bit. I'm going to move it, I'm going to shrink it, I'm going to bend it just a little bit. I'll shrink it. Shrink it and bend it. You can see I've got more of a radius, but I don't know if you can see it. You can see that big bow that's in there now. So what I got to do is I got to come back along this edge and keep shrinking that until it pulls that bow out. And I'm going to go hammer and dolly on this curve, and then I'm going to have to come back and shrink it some more because I'm going to bend it some more, but I'm going to round this off some more. So y'all stand by and watch. Try not to bore you to death. You can see now it doesn't have that big bow in it. But what's going to happen is I'm going to go over here and hammer and dolly this because I need more depth on this. I need there to be more round, and it needs to come out deeper. I need to bring it out deeper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on my T-dolly right here, I'm going to hammer this edge and pull it in. But when I hammer that rounder, it's going to do the same thing. And this thing's going to bow back again like that, and I'm going to have to take it back. So I'm going to hammer and dolly this, and we'll see how this works out. See, it's starting to give it more bend. Just about bend it around. what's happening? I don't know if you can see that bow coming in there. And you can notice, the more I bend that over, the bigger this way this curve gets in this panel. So now I'm going to go back over to the shrinker. I'm going to shrink that edge. I'm going to bend this down some more, and it'll straighten it out, and I'll see how much more I need to work it. Okay, now I'm gonna work this thing in the planishing hammer some more. Try and work some of these little dings and stuff down, and then see how it looks, and see if I need to go back to the shrinker or work it more with the hammer. It's just a long process. So let me see how this works with the planishing hammer, and we'll check it out. Looking pretty good. I need to shrink it in a couple of spots. Got a little edge I need to work right there. So, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. So like I said before, I'm not the best at this. I'm 61 years old and I hadn't been working metal that long. So I'm still trying to learn as I go. This may not be the right way to do it. It's the only way I know how with the tools that I have. Now, if I had one of them nice Pull-Max machines or some of that kind of equipment, yeah, I could probably do a little better. But for what I got in my little shop, my cheap ass tools, that's how I know to do it. So, doing the best I can. We're gonna see how it turns out. But hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. That's just about done. I'm gonna work on the flanges next. After a little bit more of shrinking, a little bit of stretching, a little more hammering, I finished the one, and I got it kind of set there right now. And I figure y'all didn't want to be bored to death watching me do another one, so I did the other one. And the hardest thing about doing these let me show you, is trying to get them to look, excuse me, the same. Trying to get them to look the same. Voila. So get them leveled out. I don't think it turned out too bad. So I'm gonna call it a day for this right now. When I come back, I'm going to work on the flanges. I flange the bottom, I flange around the top, and then I'll be able to mount them in place. I put a little paint on them, mount them in place. Once we get that done, then I'll try and work on that fender over there. So, till next time. All right, it's another day. I came out here and fabbed up some pieces. This piece right here
is going to go at the bottom and flange the bottom, and then this piece right here is going to go at the top like so and flange the top. That'll give me a mounting point. So what I did, I fabbed those up. I also came and trimmed up the edges of this, even up the bottoms of the tubs, and then come over and I took and tack welded the flanges on this one, just so you guys could see what I was up to on it. So I'm going to finish welding this one together, and then I'm going to weld that one together, and then we're going to see how they fit on the truck. And I got to come in here and I got to trim this little edge out right here, this little bump out, so it'll fit flush. There's one on each side. I'll trim those out and then fit the tubs in, mark them for mounting. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go weld all this stuff up. So I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, I'm sure you guys get the gist of that, so I'm just going to skip on to doing that one. When I get done with it, I'll come back. Okay, well, I got them all welded up, got all the welds ground down. I think they turned out pretty decent. They're not perfect, but so that's all done. So now I'm going to get on to fitting them in here. I got to trim this little lip off over here. I trimmed this one on this side. So I'm going to set them in place, mark the holes, some mounting points, and drill some holes out and get it ready, get them ready to mount. I did forget to mention something. My buddy Jeff came by and helped me out. He's actually the one who helped me with trimming all the holes out. He helped me get the fenders off, helped me with setting the template up, measuring. He cut all the bed sides out for me. So I want to give a shout out to him, tell him thank you very much. His help was greatly appreciated, greatly needed. He did a lot of work that day. So I wanted to say thank you very much to him, and I appreciate all his help, and he's a good friend. So now on to getting the rest of this stuff done. All right, I got them all test fitted. As you can see, they're fitted in. I think they look okay. I'm gonna pull them out and clean them, sand them, put a little paint on them, put them in for the last time, start putting the fenders back on. I got to fix that other fender before I get it on, but I'll put the other one on, get everything, tires mounted up and ready to go, as far as I can go without putting that other fender on. So that's where I'm at. So stand by, we'll see some more in a minute. All right, well, here's where I'm at. I'm going to finish up for the day. Didn't figure you guys wanted to watch me just sand and put some paint on this or try and seam seal or whatever. So here they are, installed, seam sealed, and ready to go. I gotta let the seam sealer dry. I'm gonna spray a little paint on them tomorrow, make sure they look okay, clean up any edges or whatever, but that's done. So that little project is finished. I'm gonna stop this video here and end it with this, and then I will add pictures of the truck with the fenders and all that on it when I get completely done. But I got to go over and fix that fender that's laying over there on the floor. So as soon as I get it finished and fixed, I'll put everything back together. But I'll put an ending shot of the truck done with the fender wells, the tubs in the bed, and the new tires on it. And here's the finished product on the wheel wells. They're all in, the mat's in, everything's back on, the fenders are back on, the tires are back on. It's a really nice truck. It's all patinaed out. A really nice truck. I guess he keeps the fire extinguisher in the back because it's a Chevrolet. It may like spontaneously combust when it breaks down, being a Chevrolet. I'm just joking, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the video on the wheel wells. Like I said, first time that I'd ever done them. I like them. Man, somebody's blowing my phone up. I like them. He seems to like them. So that's all that matters. Makes him happy. I'm glad it makes him happy. It gets him what he wants. He gets to put them big 295s on there. Get to run them 295s on there instead of them 245s that are over there. So I'm gonna throw them in the back of the truck, get him his truck back to him, and he'll be able to be, I need to learn to talk, I guess. He'll be able to be ready for cruising the coast. They bring me enjoyment and getting to cruise around in those old cars. So cruising the coast is coming up. We'll be down there for a week. I'll take some video for that too. But I hope you enjoyed what you saw. The tubs are not perfect by any means. I was thinking about telling Big Boy, who owns the truck, I was thinking about telling him to tell all his friends that look at it, not to tell them that I did it, but to tell them that he did it. But all of his friends have seen him weld, so they'd know he was lying. So then I got thinking about it, and I said, oh, well, I'm just going to tell him that he found these behind an auto body shop in a scrap metal pile. So he can tell him that story. I'd be okay with that. So first set I've ever done. They're okay. To me, they're okay. They need a lot more work to be smooth and perfect and all that kind of stuff. But for me, the first time to do them, I had to figure out how to do them. There's another way to do them, I know. And I may try that if I do another set. But right now, for him, it's what he wants. He swung by and looked at them earlier. He likes them. So that's all that matters, is that he's happy. I just tried to make it mo better. And I think it's mo better. And I always seem to forget, and I try and remember to tell everybody, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it greatly. I'm enjoying doing these videos, so I hope you guys are enjoying them. I hope they're getting better. If you could subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell, whatever. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it's going. So, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so very, very, very much for watching me do what I like to do. So, you know, if it helps you, get you motivated, get you out there to work on something, get you out there to have some fun with an old ride or something, hey, I'm happy that I helped you get motivated to do that. So thank everybody that's out there watching. I appreciate it so much. So with that being said, hey, keep your head up. Don't look down on others. Always go out there and work on them old cars. Hey, if you can work on them old cars, save a part of history. Bring some enjoyment to yourself or somebody else. So with that being said, bye. All right, here's a little shot of the old truck I just finished. I gotta take it to him. He hasn't got the front wheels he's got the front wheels to match the rear wheels at his house. He just brought me the rear wheels. So front wheels are different on it now, but it'll have the same as the rear ones when I get it back over there to him. But here's his ride. It's a really cool truck. And there's the wheel wells that I did. And there's the rear fender pats that I did. Just give y'all a little tour of this thing. Beautiful truck. Nice on the inside. Nice headliner, nice gauges, tilt. It's got air conditioning, power steering, power brakes. It's a very, very nice truck. So, and for everybody that's wondering, because he always gets asked, the ride height on this thing, everybody asks him if it's bagged or anything like that. It's not bagged. It's got rear leaf springs and a Camaro front clip. It's just the way he's got it set up. It's the original truck frame, but it's been clipped in the front with like a 74 to 76 or 79 Camaro front clip. It's got a set of leaf springs. It's got a Camaro rear end under it. So that's the way it sits. That's static ride height, and it rides and drives nice. So but that'll be the end of the video.